Hi, my name's Emma, and I'm a huge book nerd.
You're my library, always open for business, but you never show it. You're just sitting with it, but I know the score, and you're killing it.
Today, I bring you a very exciting video. It is a huge book nerd's best books of 2018. Yay! We have some categories. First category is best nonfiction that I read in 2018, and the winner is, drumroll please, The Little Book of Hygge, Danish Secrets to Happy Living by Mike Wyking. I read this early on in the year and it's just stuck with me as like a really beautiful, positive book about little things in your life that can be happier, it can make you feel cozier. It's very focused on like family and creating a group that you can hang out with and feel really comfortable with, and like it's very much like board game nights, which I'm all about. I don't know, this book was just very comforting to me and it's really, really beautiful. Like I love all the illustrations on the inside and stuff, so big fan, obviously gave it 5 stars. Congratulations on being the best nonfiction that I read in 2018. Next up is best fantasy novel. I don't read a whole lot of fantasy, so I have to say the competition was not stiff, but the award for best fantasy novel that I read in 2018 goes to A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. I have been putting off reading this for such a long time because it's just so thick, but I finally got around to it. I'm currently in the middle of the second book, but the first book was definitely one of my favorites of 2018. It's just so well written, it's so engaging. I really, really loved it. Obviously I gave it 5 stars and I can't wait to continue on with the series. So congratulations on winning best fantasy that I read in 2018. Next category is for the best classic that I read in 2018, and the winner is The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. I read 2 Shirley Jackson's books this year, actually. I read We've Always Lived in the Castle and The Haunting of Hill House, and The Haunting of Hill House won by a landslide. Like, I really loved We've Always Lived in the Castle, but this is just so spooky. It's like a really great psychological thriller. I really got into it. I really liked it, and the Netflix adaptation made me mad because it's not an adaptation. It's inspired by. That's all I will say about that. But yeah, excellent. 5 stars. Congratulations on being the best classic that I read in 2018. The next category is best graphic novel that I read in 2018, and I actually want to throw in a little runner-up here before I get into the big one, because this runner-up that I'm about to mention is not really a graphic novel. It's kind of a comic book, sort of. It really speaks to who I am as a person, and I was a big, big fan of it. And that book is Quiet Girl in a Noisy World, and I just related to like every page of this, so I had to give it a special mention. But the real winner of this category is Fun Home by Alison Bechdel. I dramaturged the musical version of this earlier this year, and I had to read this graphic novel several times for that, so I became very familiar with it, and I just think that it's brilliantly written. The drawings are beautiful, the captions are really impactful, the story's amazing. It's just so good. It's just so good. And this is technically a graphic memoir, not a graphic novel, but like, same thing, right? So congratulations on being the best graphic novel that I read in 2018. The next category is a play. The best play that I read in 2018 was, drumroll please, Ruined by Lynn Nottage. This was a close one because there are a lot of contenders, but Ruined was my favorite. I think it made me cry. It's very, very hard-hitting and I think important, and it's got a lot of strong women, which I was really all about. Yeah, that's all I can say about it. It just really, it took my heart this year. It really did. So congratulations on being the best play that I read in 2018. The next category is Best YA that I read in 2018, and the winner is It's Kind of a Funny Story by Ned Vizzini. And I have to say, this book was a journey. My anxiety was like a little bit triggered by it, but it was so real and so raw and so impactful that I loved it. I completely loved it. I cried reading it. It's so good. I would definitely say trigger warning for depression and anxiety. It's very, very real. It's about a young man who is severely depressed and suicidal, and he gets admitted to a mental hospital and spends 5 days there, and that's the story. And Ned Vizzini himself actually spent 5 days in a mental hospital when he was younger as well, so it's very much written from personal experience, and it's just incredible. So congratulations on being the best YA book that I read in 2018. We just have 3 more categories, ladies and gentlemen. The next category is general fiction, and the winner is Going After Cassiato by Tim O'Brien. I adore Tim O'Brien. The Things They Carried is one of my favorite books of all time, and Going After Cassiato did not disappoint. This book was incredible. My mind was completely blown. I marked it up with a bunch of sticky notes because this is just one of the books that I was just like rolling over and over in my mind of like, wow, how does he do this? This means so much. There's so many layers. There's so much metaphor, and I love it. I just love it. It's a Vietnam War story, basically. Yeah, I don't want to say too much more about it, but it's real good. So congratulations on being the best general fiction novel that I read in 2018. Second to last category is thriller. The best thriller, ladies and gentlemen, that I read in 2018 was Behind Her Eyes by Sarah Pinborough. This book blew my mind. The twist ending is a twist, and I often guess twists, but this one really, really got me good. I think the characters are really interesting. I think the writing is incredible. I was so in this, and the minute I finished it, I told the entire plot to my friend. I was like, listen, are you gonna read this book? And she was like, no, probably not. And I was like, okay, let me break it down for you. And I told her everything. And her mind was pretty blown too. So, I mean, it's a great book. Highly recommend if you're into thrillers. This is a good one. So congratulations on being the best thriller that I read in 2018. Finally, the last category and the overall best book of 2018 is in the mystery category. So best mystery of 2018, and the best book that I read all year is Lethal White by Robert Galbraith. Oh my goodness, you guys. This book was a ride, a whirlwind. I'm so attached to the characters. I'm so in love with the characters. I care so much about what happens to them, and this mystery was so layered and so intense and so complicated that I just had so much fun trying to figure everything out and like follow all these threads, and then I was just like, oh my gosh, I never wanted to stop reading this. This rarely happens to me with long books, but this is one of the long books where I didn't want it to end. I got to the end and I was like, no, I want more. I want another 200 pages. I'm not ready to be done yet. And I'm gonna have to wait so long for the next book in the series, and I'm very upset, but yeah. Congratulations on being the best mystery novel that I read in 2018, and congratulations on being the best book that I read in 2018. I think this book deserves a round of applause. Yes. Those were all of the best books that I read in 2018. I would love to hear your thoughts on all these books down in the comments. Also, what books won in all these categories for you? I would love to hear your favorite book from all these categories, and of course, your overall favorite book of 2018. Please comment that down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment down below, and have a great 2019. Bye! Mwah.
Now I was headed to the bus stop, Maddie, you were